Hey, hello everybody. I'm Philip Johnson, patient coordinator here at Sponaugle Wellness, and so glad to introduce you to Jesse, and a brand new patient coming in today. We just want to take a few minutes to interview with him, and this has not been rehearsed. In fact, Jesse, I didn't even really tell you what we're going to be talking about, so you'll be getting these questions just kind of shot at you like a gun straight up. But what I want to ask you, because you've come in here to be treated, and you're from Louisiana, correct?
Correct.
All right. And how old are you?
28.
28. And you've been having some medical problems. Can you tell us what your chief complaints are?
My biggest complaint is my walking is horrible.
Okay.
I have a whole lot of trouble walking, and it got to the point where I can't hardly work anymore. A bunch of different problems like that, you know. Can't bring my kids to do what they want to do, and it just slowed me down a whole lot, you know. Things that I like to do, I can't do them anymore, or if I can do them, I don't like doing them like this. So I just don't do them.
So you seem like you have a little balance problem.
Balance problem is my biggest issue.
And then, because I just saw you walk, it looks like you're it's either joint pain or what's causing it. It just seems like it's a struggle to get your legs and hips to move.
I don't know. It's really not joint pain because I don't have a whole lot of pain. But
okay.
Like my ankles get real swollen on me, which they're not really all that bad right now. But it's just my feet. I don't know.
Feet are hurting, burning, unbalanced. It's just a balance and heat thing.
Burning. My feet are always on fire.
Okay.
Real cold. Feels like they're burning all the time. Just feet are always giving me trouble every day.
All right. And how long has this been going on?
The foot issue probably since November of last year.
Okay. But you had other issues before that, you believe?
Yeah, in the past I can remember, you know, knowing now that I have Lyme disease. In the past I can remember my joints, like my knees hurting real bad, my back hurting, and I just thought I was just from work, but evidently not, you know.
Okay.
But other than that, I think my biggest issue is my feet, the way I walk, because nothing else really bothers me all that bad, you know.
I thought when I was talking to you, you've lost some weight.
Yeah, I was weighing about 150 pounds. I'm at 130 right now.
30, and it's not because you've changed your eating habits.
No.
You don't know why you're losing the weight.
No, losing weight, can't gain weight, eat like crazy.
Okay.
Can't put on a pound.
Okay. Have now you already mentioned Lyme. So you were diagnosed at some point with Lyme?
Man, honestly, no.
Okay.
But all the symptoms point straight to Lyme.
You kind of did your own research on this, didn't you?
Pretty much.
Let's walk through that a minute. So you started hurting at some point. Did you go to a doctor?
I went to a doctor in Houston. They did all kind of tests on me, spinal taps, all kind of stuff, and they actually came up with a diagnosis of CMT, Charcot-Marie tooth. And they did some genetic testing before I left to see what type of CMT I had. And maybe a month after I got home, they called me, and the doctor told me that all the genetic testing, he had tested me for 10 different types, and they all came back negative.
Okay.
They didn't have a clue of what I had. They had no positive diagnosis.
All right.
So I started poking around at things on the internet and stuff, and started making doctors test me for Lyme disease and stuff like that, and they all kept telling me there was no way that I had Lyme disease, and this and that. The last doctor I went to, she did a Western blot test on me, and it came back negative. But she also told me that she could test me 10 times, and the 11th one would come back positive. So she started actually giving me antibiotics for Lyme disease. So she started actually trying to treat the Lyme disease, even though it came back negative, because she believed that I had it.
Okay.
And I took all kind of antibiotics, and they didn't do really nothing for me, you know, to be honest. And I told her that last time I went, I said I quit doing all the medicine. I ain't taking it no more. And she was supportive of it, and told her I was coming to Florida to the Sponaugle Wellness Institute. And she told me that was a good idea, that everybody over here knew what they were doing. You know?
How long do you think you took antibiotics for?
About 2 months.
2 months. Oral, or was it IV form?
Oral.
All right.
She was talking about IV form, but you ended up not ever getting that far with it.
You think you got Lyme? You can go back to some ticks.
Yes. I deer hunt up in North Mississippi, and I can remember having 10 or 12 on me at one time.
Okay.
You know, I'd always get ticks on me in the summer months when I'd go and get all my stands ready for deer season. I'd end up full of ticks.
All right. So you may have had Lyme for a long time.
That's what I'm thinking. The first time I got bit by a tick, I was probably about 14 years old.
Okay.
So about 14 years ago.
And when I was talking to you on the phone, there's a good possibility there at some point we haven't looked at your labs yet, but there's also a good possibility that mold at some point got into this equation, and because of one time you were in a home that had mold in it. So we're curious to see how that's going to turn out as well, because mold can certainly compromise your health. Chief complaints in, of course, this weight loss issue, you know, your walking, your balance issue, and first day here, and
yeah.
A lot goes on the first day here, so it's going to be a great time, a forensic discovery. We're going to find out
I'm ready.
What's happening to you and get you better again.
Whew, I can't wait.
All right.
I tell you what, I can't wait.
You've treated most of the summer here with us.
Mm-hmm.
So you've been here 3 months?
4.5.
4.5 months. And so when it comes to our patient timeline, you're one of the patients that is here longer than most.
Mm-hmm.
But there was a reason for that.
Yeah, I had a lot of problems other than Lyme and mold.
And you came to us, quite honestly, you probably should have been in a wheelchair.
Mm-hmm.
But you were just trying to avoid that, and so you were holding on to the walls and furniture. Your legs were extremely weak and frail, and you had balance issues going on.
Yep.
And then there was stuff on the inside you probably weren't aware of at the time.
Mm-mm.
Your liver, if I remember, your liver, one of the worst we've seen.
My liver was bad.
And a critical failure, and this was a result of the Lyme and then mold. You had been exposed to mold quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
And so you had quite a bit of symptoms going on when you came in here. We knew you weren't going to be a 6-week patient.
No.
To get you recovered. Let me set the kind of the idea of where we're at right now in this video. You want to go back home to Louisiana because you've had some exciting things going on at home, and feel like you'd like to take a break.
Yep.
And with the idea that come back after the first of the year just to finalize or finish up
whatever we have to do.
Right. And in the meantime, you'll just continue to improve and experience recovery. But let's talk about where you are now versus what you were like when you first came in here.
I can do a lot of things now that I couldn't. My liver is 100% better, and my walking's a lot better. My balance is a lot better, which is not 100%, but we're not finished the treatment yet either. You know, so I'm happy with what happened so far.
You and I were visiting a couple mornings ago, and you mentioned just how great you did feel. You know, compared to
my body feels 100% better.
Yeah.
I've gained, I've put on 30 pounds, which I know it don't look like it because I'm already a skinny guy, but a lot of things have changed since I've been here, you know, that you can't see that happen, you know.
Well, yeah, and no doubt you had gut issues.
Everything, you know, I had all kind of issues.
And all of this again is sympathy. You know, the Lyme and mold cause symptoms that, whether it's the brain chemistry or it's gut issues, you're walking because your body, we've pulled the toxin out, so we've been killing, you know, the bugs. Your body's going to have a chance now to start rebuilding itself. The myelin is going to have a chance to start repairing, and we just expect, you know, what discomfort you may still have with your walking, that it'll just get better and better as we go along. And of course, we're all going to miss having you here.
I'll be back before you know it.
It's been a lot of fun. So
yeah.
I guess, Doc, for all of our folks, there's always some sort of an exit strategy that, okay, you're leaving us, and in your case, you're going to come back. We know that ahead of time. A lot of other folks leave, and they're well, they're done. They don't have to come back at all. We love those stories, and that's where we're going to end up with you. But there's probably supplements involved that they want you to take, and it's going to continue to help your body to improve itself and continue the recovery.
Yeah.
All right, good deal.
I got a long list of supplements to take.
Well, the body has to repair. The Lyme, the mold, it compromises the body so bad, and so every patient that comes here, we're not just attacking, you know, the Lyme. We have to give every patient a wellness protocol. So we're dealing with what's been compromised and all of those symptoms that go along with this, that we're addressing and repairing the body and giving the body what it needs to repair itself. So folks, thank you again for watching. I'm Philip, and this is Jesse, and we look forward to hearing more from him when he returns to finish his treatment, probably the first of the year. Thank you.